Earlier this year, as we were celebrating the 5-year anniversary of ASEA, I wanted to summarize the ASEA Ethos in connection with our convention. But I had a strong impression to add one more dimension to the ethos to round it out. I shared that new dimension of the ASEA Ethos at our convention this year. I began the presentation of that by asking a simple question. And the question was, what if you had a product that could do the following things? What if you had a product that could strengthen the immune system, or boost feelings of optimism and joy, or even pleasure and enthusiasm? What if you had a product that could reduce anxiety, or even depression, or make you more resilient, that could strengthen relationships, and even inspire a greater connection to your community? What if you had a product that could improve the length and quality of your sleep or reduce symptoms of illness? What if you had a product that could lower blood pressure or make you less affected by aches and pains? Or even a product that could promote forgiveness and increase life happiness and satisfaction? I think you'd all agree, if I brought you a product that scientifically was proven to do all of the things I just listed, not only would you want it, but you'd probably want to share it with other people, similar to ASEA. Well, much as I'd like to tell you that product is ASEA, it's not. It's actually the simple notion and principle of gratitude. Now, you may say, well, how do you know that gratitude can do all these things? A professor at UC Davis in California by the name of Robert Emmons has made the last 10 plus years of his career and focus as a PhD in the studying of the effects of gratitude. And he defines gratitude as an affirmation of goodness. First and foremost, that we affirm that there are good things in the world, there are gifts or benefits that we've received. But that secondly, we figure out where those good things or that goodness comes from. And we come to a realization that the source of this goodness is not always ourselves, but actually often outside of ourselves. And in the case of the fact that some of this comes from other people, we acknowledge that other people, or even if you're spiritually minded, even higher powers, give us many gifts, big and small, that help us achieve the good things in our lives. Now you may ask, well, how did he prove it then? How did he know scientifically, for example, this would lower blood pressure? Well, he did one simple test. He gave a group of people a journal, a gratitude journal, and invited those people every day to write down 5 things for which they were grateful. Could be a sunset, or a really good cup of coffee that day, or a chance to go for a walk with their loved one, or visit a grandmother, or something in nature. Didn't matter what it was. His feeling was, you can list anything you want, but list 5 things every day. Contrastingly, what he did was asked a group of people to write down 5 things every day that bothered them, that annoyed them, things not necessarily gratitude, but things that frustrated them. And then he measured things like blood pressure, quality of sleep, what their aptitude was to forgive others, or how involved they were in their communities. And using simple measurements, he could prove that those people that were taking a few minutes every day to list out what they were most grateful for were in fact happier, more resilient, less affected by aches and pains. They had stronger relationships and connections in their community. It occurred to me that we at ASEA should be a grateful people. We should be expressing gratitude to each other. Again, if you're spiritually minded, to a higher power. I'm indifferent to the person or object for whom or to whom you're expressing gratitude. That's up to you. But as a people and as a culture, we should find ourselves expressing gratitude often. Doing so lifts other people. He didn't talk about the effects of gratitude on the people to whom you're giving it. He actually talked about the ones that were expressing the gratitude. It's been my experience that when someone expresses gratitude to me and acknowledges and recognizes my contribution to their life, I also feel better inside. In this regard, I would argue that it's not only lifting the person expressing it, but those that are receiving it as well. And so, as we round out the ASEA Ethos, it feels important to me that we take some time every day, and part of these cultural beliefs, behaviors, and characteristics that are fundamentally unique to us, we should be thankful. We should carry a gratitude journal or even download a gratitude app. You can find an application in the App Store and list out your 5 things every day on your phone. So in summary, how does gratitude fit into the ASEA ethos? Be grateful for every moment. Remember, life is a gift. Gratitude expressed to others makes us healthy, happy, and represents the highest form of generosity. Write down 5 things that you're grateful for every day. I believe if we do that, not only will we be happier and healthier, as Dr. Emmons clearly is proving through his studies, I think our culture will continue to be different to others. We'll be a place where we believe, we belong, we become, we manage motives, we keep E under P, we treat each other kindly as people, as we learn in the Anatomy of Peace, and we're grateful. I believe that will be the capstone to the ASEA ethos, and so I challenge you, remember, be grateful. Write down the 5 things today and every day for which you're grateful. And do it at ASEA as well, and we'll build a beautiful ethos together.